The Purchase Agent by JobOps for Sage's MAS 90 and MAS 200 identifies which items need to be purchased over a given period of time. Through a one-screen interface, you can interactively identify demand for items and generate purchase orders. This tool is designed to be an easy way for the inventory manager to quickly review shortages and generate the appropriate documents to fulfill the demand. To initiate the Purchase Agent, a work file is generated. This process analyzes the demands against your inventory and creates the data Purchase Agent will display. Demands can include MRP projections, sales order items, or items which have fallen below defined inventory restocking levels. The selection screen allows for filtering of different ranges of data. First, if you have implemented the MRP module, you can direct Purchase Agent to which date you would like it to begin considering MRP projections as demand. Purchase Agent will use Purchase Orders module date as the start date to review all other demands, but you must tell Purchase Agent how far into the future you would like to review demand. This will create the demand fence. Next, you may elect to include vendor lead times in your calculations. Vendor lead times may cause some items outside of your fence to be considered, if the lead time requires that product is ordered inside the fence. For instance, if we have a cutoff date of October 31st, 2009, and an item is on a sales order with a promise date of November 3rd, 2009, if that item has a 5-day lead time, the purchase date should be October 30th, 2009. Therefore, it will be presented in the Purchase Agent Summary screen. If you are using economic order quantity as your reorder method in inventory, by selecting the Options button, you can direct Purchase Agent to either use economic order quantity exclusively, or if demand says you need more than EOQ will supply, use the demand quantity to fulfill your stocking requirements. Other selections which may be used include a range of customer numbers, so only sales orders associated with those customers will be considered as demand. A range of sales orders to be considered as demand. A range of vendor numbers, which will only include items with these vendors as primary. A range of purchase orders, which will select only items that are included on certain POs. A specific range of items to be considered as demand. Or you may select all or one product line, warehouse, buyer, or planner. Once all of your selections have been determined, click on the Generate Selections button to have Purchase Agent create the work file. Once the work file has been created, you have the option to either clear and regenerate, or you can review and edit your selections. The Purchase Agent Summary screen is used to review the items you either need to purchase, do not need to purchase, or a combination of both. You may also filter your data to isolate different groups, such as product lines or primary vendors. This screen shows the items by warehouse. A description defaults to the primary vendor, shows the cost that will be used to create a PO, and what the Purchase Agent says you actually need to buy. You also have visibility into the different demands. You may use the Filtering On drop-down box to select the filtering method. For instance, you can filter your selections by vendor. Armed with this information, you may be in a better position to negotiate pricing with your vendor, because you will be able to articulate everything that is needed at this time. When you highlight an item, you may drill into different detail levels about that item. For instance, you may want to see the Inventory Inquiry screen. By clicking on the top button on the right, it will open up the standard MAS Inventory Inquiry screen. The second button is an inventory drill down, which will display a timeline of demands. This valuable tool will give you specific feedback on different demand points. You will also have visibility into reorder point information set up for this item. The third button will open up a detailed drill down, which allows the end user to place specific demand points on hold, so they are not considered during the purchase order generation process. By placing an item on hold, the system will adjust the quantity needed to purchase accordingly. On the Purchase Agent Summary screen, the end user has access to primary and alternate vendor information. By highlighting the primary vendor of one of the items, the user can select the binoculars button on the right-hand side of the screen. This will open a window displaying the alternate vendor information for this item. The user can select from this list or go back and pull up a list of standard vendors. On the Purchase Agent Summary screen, the user can change the unit costs and the actual quantity to buy. Having the flexibility to change these values gives the materials manager the ability to negotiate with the vendor for better pricing and quantities. Once the materials manager has completed their edits, they can push the Create POs button, which will prompt them to generate a new PO, add to an existing new PO, or add to an existing purchase order that's on hold. When the purchase order is generated, the lines are removed from the Purchase Agent Summary as the demands have been fulfilled. Purchase orders that are either generated or updated can be reviewed in Purchase Order Data Entry. And from here, they can either be printed or edited using the standard methods that MAS 90 and MAS 200 provide. The Purchase Agent by JobOps application for Sage's MAS 90 and MAS 200 system provides an easy solution for inventory managers currently frustrated with combing through multiple reports and screens to make sure that they are properly stocked to meet the demands placed on their business.